Yo, good morning, Hustle Nation. Today's episode, collaboration over competition in business. One of the best ways to find hidden revenue in your business. We got a very special guest, Mr. Michael Woods L is going to be joining us today, talking about the power of collaborative efforts in business. Can't wait to get him on and get his thoughts on that. We got the question of the day. We got the 1 minute motivation. We got the quote of the day. So go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand. And if you stick around to the end of this show, we're going to show you how to find 10K plus in your business right now that you don't know that exists. And you got to stick around to the end to get that blueprint though. So let's get into it. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show this morning. Super excited to have you. We're talking collaboration versus competition. Y'all know what it is, man. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand if you like a free business shout out. Just don't post any links, but I would love to shout you out and give you a little bit of exposure today. We've got a special guest on the show, Mr. Michael Woods L is going to be joining us today, talking about how to fund your business and how collaboration should be top of everybody's mind in business and this business environment. So smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get to our announcements, and I'll give you the question of the day, but I want to bring this brother on so that we can hear from him, man. He's an amazing business coach, business strategist. So our announcements for the day, I'm still looking for about 10 single moms to bless with their own business in the financial education space. This business will help a single mom literally lower their taxes, get out of debt, improve their credit, add another stream of income to their household, and help them prepare for retirement. So if that is you, then comment single moms. If you are a single mom, then, if that's you, if you know a single mom, tag a single mom in this video, or you can have the single mom text me at 314-874-6887. If they text the keyword single mom, we'll get them the information to help them get to the next level financially, get their cash flow up and get their retirement up and all of that good stuff. We also have the closing of Monetize My Life Digital Marketing Academy, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not enrolled, we're going to actually shut down the enrollment, and I want to bless and work with those who enroll by this month. So if you go to academy.com. You'll learn how to build a attractive, profitable, powerful personal brand and leverage the internet to attract your ideal prospects to you and convert those prospects into raving fans or paying customers, mostly on autopilot. So that was the quote, the announcements for today. Let me give you the question of the day. And you guys know how that works. If you respond to the question of the day, you get entered into a drawing to win a free vacation once a week. We do our free drawings on Wednesdays at noon Central. But in order to get into the drawing, I must know that you're responding to the question of the day. So you have to put in QOTD and give your answer. Now, I want y'all to be honest, man. Be honest, right? Question of the day. Did you pay yourself first today? If so, how? That's the question of the day. It's Friday, payday for a lot of folks. Did you remember to pay yourself first today? If so, how? That is the question of the day. Put QOTD, give me your answer. Your name goes into a drawing. Kimberly, what's going on? ACN, good morning. I love what you're doing, and I see your brand exploding. So keep it up, sis. Now, without further ado, man, listen. I got a chance to speak on a panel with this brother a couple weeks ago, and I was just flat out blown away. And what was funny is we didn't even have that much time to speak, right? We had about 5 minutes, and he came down and ran down a little bit, just not even a tip of the iceberg of what he does as a business coach, as a strategist, as a business finance consultant. And I knew instantly, I said, bro, even before he finished talking, I was already messaging him saying, I got to get you on the Cortez Hustle Show. He agreed, and here he is. So I want to present to some and introduce to others as soon as I get my branding out of the way. Brother Michael Woods, L, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, my brother. How are you doing this morning?
All is well, all is well. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you, sir. How are you doing this morning?
I am incredibly blessed, man. It's almost not fair how blessed I am, brother.
I like that. I like that.
Awesome. So really quickly, man, tell everybody a little bit about who you are. You know, who is Michael Woods L?
That's a good question. Who is Michael Woods L? I'm a New Jersey resident, born and raised in New Jersey. I'm a strategic business and marketing coach. I show businesses how to generate revenue without spending money on marketing and advertising. I'm a proud Moorish American. I know a lot of people are wondering, what is this red thing he has on his head and why is he wearing it so proudly? And that is because this is a religious and cultural headdress that dates back literally thousands of years. And if anyone would like more information, they can absolutely contact me on my Instagram, and I'll definitely provide you with more information on that.
I love it, man. I love that you can enter the marketplace and be your authentic self. And I think when it comes to business, some people wonder whether you wear your religion on your sleeve, your culture. Do you have to assimilate and all of that kind of stuff? At the end of the day, brother, if you get results, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you pull up in. I don't care what you got on your head, don't got on your head. If you can get results, that's all that matters. Well, before we get into the interview real deep, I do something, Michael, called the quote of the day. I love to start the show with a quote. And today's quote, and if you have a favorite quote, then please share. And if you guys are listening and you have a favorite quote, share your favorite quote in the comments as well. So today's quote is by the late, great Dr. Miles Monroe. And I think it's fitting for this time. We're still early in the year. People are starting to look out into their future. So this quote from Dr. Miles Monroe says, all visions must be tested for authenticity. Every vision must be tested for authenticity. So right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, the quote of the day, Dr. Miles Monroe, if you have a vision to do something great in 2021, just know, just like you are calling all the resources that you need to accomplish that vision into your life, you are also calling a test into your life, my friends. Now, that's not a bad thing. It shouldn't scare you off, but what you should be doing is preparing to pass the test. So, quote of the day on the Cortez Hustle Show: every vision must be tested for authenticity. Dr. Miles Monroe. Michael L., do you have a favorite quote that you would like to share this morning?
I don't know if I have one favorite, but I do have a lot of favorites.
Right.
One that I would like to share is: a soldier never knows his strength until he finds his foe.
Whoa. A soldier never knows his true strength until he finds his foe. Man, that is powerful. That is deep, man. I love that. And I can imagine the validity in that, because until you run up against somebody who challenges you, you don't necessarily pull all the tools out of the bag, because sometimes you never have to use those tools.
Right.
But you run up on certain people and, man, you got to dig deep. So that's when you figure out who you are. I love that. Love that. Super, super, super powerful. So, brother, you are known for helping entrepreneurs and business owners find money, right? In fact, you got a book on the subject. You're so proficient at it. How in the world can you help me? Because I want to know where the money resides, right? How can you help me find money in my business as an entrepreneur?
Well, first thing I would do I would ask you to, explain to me about your business and what you're currently doing, because the easiest way to find money is to continue doing exactly what you're doing, but just doing it better. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, for example, let's say it's a plumber. This plumber has a business. His plumbing business has been, affected by Corona. Not many people are using his services. What can this plumber do to now generate more revenue? He's not bringing in more money, so he can't spend money on marketing and advertising. He needs to find another route. So the first thing I always take people to, like you introduced in the beginning of the show, is partnerships and joint ventures. If you can partner with someone else who needs your services, and let's do an example. Electricians and plumbers almost go hand in hand. If you have plumbing that needs to be done in today's time, that plumbing needs to have what's called grounding. So you don't get electrocuted if there's a storm or an electrical surge. Electricity won't travel through your water. So if a plumber was to partner with an electrician, they could offer that service together as a team, instead of offering it individually. As one business, I offer this, and as another business, I offer this. They could both find clients that both need the same service, and they can both use that partnership to now generate more income. And that type of model can be used with any type of business. Every type of business is in what's called a group, a business group. So there's a group of people or entrepreneurs who do something similar to what you do, and they're looking for the same type of clients as you're looking for. However, they don't do the exact same thing as you.
I love it. I love it. And talk about why culturally, I think we have a problem with that. I know that happens in other cultures, but for some reason, brother, it seems we need more people like you explaining and breaking down the simplicity in that, the significance of that, and the need for that. Why do you think it is that we as a culture tend to see everybody as competition instead of seeing everybody as a way to collaborate?
And in my opinion, it's because with us, not enough of us has been successful. So when we see one person get successful, to us, that may translate in our minds as, well, if this person just got successful, that's one less space for me to be successful, because there's not a lot of us that are successful. So if one of us gets successful, that means that that's less space for me. So now it becomes almost a race to who can become successful first, because we, in our minds, we think that it won't be a lot of us. Does that make sense?
It does, man. And that mentality is something that we got to really overcome, because it's scarcity is a man-made construct.
Yes.
There is absolutely no such thing of any resource on this planet that is scarce.
Come on.
unless man has come in and hoarded. So for instance,
Come on.
there's so many diamonds on this planet, brother, but the people who own and control the diamonds make you think that it's a limited supply so that they can run the price up. Well,
Yes, sir.
it's the same way in business. There's no limit to customers who need your service. There's no limit. This scarcity mentality is really causing us to delay our eventual success in
Right.
creating this group economics and this economic empowerment that we need as a culture, right? Do you have any thoughts on this false narrative known as scarcity?
I mean, just like you said, it in my opinion, it's not. It's so many people. The world is being populated every day. It's 7 billion people on the planet today. And the living conditions of those 7 billion people are closing in. So at a time, there was a large gap of availability for people to get access to things. So now throughout the world, people are being able to get resources that they weren't able to get. So now this means that people are living longer. So when people live longer, they want to leave things to their children. When they want to leave things to their children, they want to create a business. So there's a whole ecosystem that leads to success if you can find it.
Yeah, I absolutely love that, man. And you cannot have that mentality. You got to have a belief that you can carve out a space in a lane. I think another reason that people have the scarcity mentality is because of how we've been socially conditioned to believe that I need $1 million or a gazillion dollars to be okay financially. Let me tell y'all something, people. Most of you listening to this stream right now, including yours truly, your life will radically change for the better if you had a little financial discipline and you had just 10K a month coming in.
Come on.
Listen, you don't, we're thinking scarcity because you're thinking, I've got to have a gazillion dollars. Listen, no, if you got 1,000 followers and those followers spent $10 with you every single month because you provide a product or service that solves a problem for them,
yes,
you
sir.
could live a very okay lifestyle, right, Michael?
Yes, sir.
So it's not that it's scarcity, is we've got a lot of constructs that have been created in our minds, and we need to change the way we see the world. And when you change the way you see the world, the entire world changes, right? So let's talk really quickly about, I know you got a couple books out. I'm working on another, couple principles or main points that you want people to get out of that first book. Give us the title and then a couple of the main takeaways.
Absolutely. I'll actually show it to you. The first book. Oh, can y'all see that? There we go. The $10,000 you didn't know you had. So in this book, I go over 8 strategies, and I have a lot more than 8, but just to leave it at a small, readable digest, I limited it to 8. So I go over 8, and these are the 8 that I use the most. I went over 8 different strategies that I help business owners use to now generate income. I also included case studies from businesses that I've actually done assessments on and showed them firsthand, well, this is where you are financially now. If you implement these cost-free strategies, this is how much revenue you can increase. Some of these businesses literally doubled their yearly revenue. Some might have added 60 or 40% to their bottom line. Every business was a little bit different. But however, I try to highlight different types of businesses so people can kind of see that it will work for any type of business. So some of the things that I go over are leads and how to get leads, how to get more conversions, how to get more transactions, how to get more profits, and how to raise your prices reasonably.
Gotcha. I love that. And we're going to dive into more of those things. And I don't want you to give the whole book away, but I do want you to touch on each one of those just a little bit deeper in details. But right now it is 7:20. So y'all know what that means. It is time for 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show. What I do is I play a 1 minute video You guys write down a note or a takeaway or something that jumped out at you in this video, and you share that in the comments, and then Michael will give a takeaway and I'll give a couple takeaways. So let's jump into 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
Decide, commit, act, succeed, repeat.
If you want to be an impactful personality, you have to develop certain types of thinking and perceptions that change the way you see yourself and see the world.
No matter what you want to do in life, no matter what your ambition is, that your dreams can come true if you persevere, if you work hard, and if you realize that what you might think is impossible is possible in today's world.
Well, you have to keep yourself focused on whatever your ultimate goal is. There's stumbling blocks all the way. People get laid off, you have a bad game, you get traded from a team that you don't want to be with. But if your goal and your focus remains the same, that, hey, this is going to happen, and I know I have the skills and I have the knowledge and I have the instincts to dig myself out of this hole, you will dig yourself out of the hole. You have to control the situation. Don't let the situation control you.
Your life is what you think it should be. That's exactly what you are right now. You are what you thought you should be. And if you don't like who you are, you got to change what you think you should be. What you think is more important than what you do. And so if you want to change, you got to work on this attitude bit.
Hoo-wee! Man, y'all know how much I love personal growth and self-development, but I always encourage you to understand that anything you consume is contributing to your personal growth and self-development.
Yes,
the
sir.
question is, are you growing in the right direction? Right? So I'm intentional with my personal growth. I try to put positive stuff like that in my head all the time. So Michael, did any one thing jump out at you in the 1 minute motivation?
Absolutely. Change how you see yourself. That is that line right there caught me, because I had to think, wow, that's when positive things really started to happen for me, when I changed how I looked at myself. That was it right there for me.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. I think he left out a phrase in the beginning. He said, decide, commit, act, succeed, and repeat. Well, he left out a very, very important part of that formula, which is failure, right? Because you're going to decide, you're going to commit, you're going to act, and you're likely to fail a few times before you succeed, and then you repeat. But I get the gist of what he's saying. I like you change how you see yourself, and you'll change how you see the world. Control the situation. Don't let the situation control you. And a lot of people think that to mean, Michael, I have to control how it happens, how it unfolds. No, it means control your perception of the situation. How do you see this situation? I see everything. Well, not everything. I'll probably about 98% of everything I see through a positive lens, right? Because I believe that all things work to the good of those who love the Lord and are called to his purpose. And that's just how I believe. I live my life that whatever I'm going through is going to help me somehow. But I also know that you can never connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. So Dr. Deborah says, what you think is more important than what you do. Conquer your toxic thoughts and limiting beliefs. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. So that was the 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Oxgo Business Academy. I'm gonna let Michael tell you exactly how you can take and partake in the Oxgo Business Academy. So tell them, Michael, real quick, how do they get access to the Oxgo Business Academy?
Okay, first I would like to kind of explain what the Oxgo Business Academy is. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, so the Oxgo Business Academy is an online platform that shows business owners step by step how to generate revenue within their business. So this online platform will customize itself to whatever particular business is in it. So I know every business owner is different, every business position is different, and what you want to accomplish is different. So the program will customize itself to you and now allow you to, on a weekly basis, have videos that instruct you on how to grow your business. And these ways that are on there are the same ways that I have in my book. They're the same things that I teach my one-on-one clients. They're the same things that I use in my assessments. They're all cost-free and low-cost ways to generate revenue. So if someone wants to get access to it, you would have to go to the oxgoldbusinessacademy.com. And then on that website, you'll be able to watch a virtual tour of the academy and see what's available and how it works. You'll also be able to download a free sample of my book, The $10,000 That You Didn't Know You Had. And you'll also be able to register and join if you do decide to.
Love it, love it, love it. So you're speaking my language, brother, and I think the language of a lot of people on this stream and who will also watch the replay in the future. We got started in business. We understand that there are some key and critical components. We know that we need to market. We understand that Facebook and Instagram and these social media platforms are free, YouTube and that kind of stuff. But some of us are struggling trying to figure out some of the best free and low cost methods to market. What are some of your top, let's say maybe it's your top 3 or 4 free or low cost methods to market, and ultimately not just market for brand positioning and awareness, but maybe also tie in how they generate leads for a business?
Absolutely. One of the things that most people want to know is that they can trust you. And that's what most people are looking for when they're looking to purchase your product or your service. They first want to know, can I trust this business? Can I trust this person? Are they legitimate? And the more value and legitimacy you can make around yourself, the more people will immediately feel comfortable with you. For example, prior to me releasing my book, one of the things that people would always ask me was, well, what school did you go to? What certifications do you have? You know, they want to know about my experience. But after I released the book, no one asks that question anymore because the book is the authority. So when people say, oh, he wrote a book on the subject, he clearly knows about the subject. I don't need to ask him what school he went to. I don't need to ask him where he got his certification or his experience, because the book is the experience. So one of the easiest ways to brand or market yourself is to have additional value that other people that are in your lane may not have. So for me, that was a book that showed people how to generate revenue without spending money. So for someone else, that may be an additional certification or an additional license or additional bonding, insurance. It could be anything that sets you apart from the people who are currently doing either something similar or exactly what you do.
I love that strategy. You know, I follow some great mentors like a Brendan Burchard and a Brian Bean and a Henry Doris, and these guys are some awesome and amazing business coaches. And you do have to build authority, especially when you're dealing in the online world. And I think this is what entrepreneurs don't get. When you can walk into my store and it is an actual store and everything is set up. I got products and services. I got somebody who is a receptionist, and I got a salesperson that comes to greet you, shows you products. And it's the authority is there, right? I know if I buy something, it is highly unlikely that if I don't like it and I come back to this store tomorrow, the whole store is gone.
Right.
How was it never? If I'm looking at somebody online and everything looks good, it's more likely that I could come back after I spend $1,000 with you to this website and the whole website is gone, right?
Yes.
So it's incredibly important that we do take that authority play seriously. Do you have strategies, another strategy or two that help in building the authority and the credibility outside of the book and the certification? Because I think one of the greatest ways to build authority is, especially in the online world, is you hit on it, write a book, get yourself on TV. That ain't as easy as it seems, but if you write a book, you're more likely to get yourself on TV because they want to interview authors, right?
Yes,
but then also create an online course or some sort of product adds authority. So now that we've got people to know, like, and trust us, what are some methods that we could use to kind of, you know, create more brand awareness, or low cost methods to create and generate leads?
One of the things that all businesses need to be is consistent. People who are, let me take it back. So with consistency, that also builds trust. When people see, like, oh, this person has been doing this for 10 years, this person has been doing this for 5 years, however long, that consistency will build trust for those people who are what I consider your now buyers and your not now buyers. So the majority of the people who are looking for services, especially website-based services, they know that they have a list of options of people who do the same thing. So because of that, they're going to take their time and make their purchase, which means that they are not now buyers. They aren't people who are looking to purchase something right away. So because of that, you need to make sure that you're consistent on what you're doing. You need to be consistent if you have an email campaign, or consistent in the content that you're providing on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, because if they see that you fall off, or that may not be your main agenda, then that will make the trust factor go a little bit less on their behalf, because they may feel like you may not be 100% invested. So with that being said, one of the things that I love is a email campaign. Email campaigns are my personal favorite way to always stay in contact with your potential clients and your past clients. And that gives you that consistency with them, to always reach out to them, send them a message, find out how they're doing, find out what you can do to service them, even if it's something that isn't one of your services. They may just need a reference for whatever they may need. But staying in constant contact with your clients and your potential clients is another way to always brand yourself and generate income.
Man, I will tell you, Michael, I am horrible at that. I have one of the best digital marketing platforms on the planet. And for those of you who are looking for a good platform that you could use to market, to do email marketing campaigns, build websites, build members areas and all of that stuff, you can get access to this platform for just $1. All you got to do is comment digital marketer, and I'll send you the link to get access to that platform. And it's got a great email marketing system. In fact, one of the highest open rates and deliverability rates in the industry. But bro, I am horrible at the email marketing. Any tips on helping someone like me who knows the power of email marketing? I know I should be staying in front of my clients and my past customers and my future customers. People are opting in all the time. Any tips? What would you advise if you were coaching me and you like, bro, I think I got 2,000 emails on my list that I do not reach out to every day, Michael. What would you say to a brother like me, man?
I would say that's 2,000 potential clients that you're missing out on. That's 2,000 potential ways to make money that you were missing out on at this very moment. And the email campaigns, as you know, they're not very expensive. It's not something that you have to pay for. You're not paying thousands of dollars to now have someone host your email campaign. And if you're someone like yourself who always has good content on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, you could literally take your content that you already have it transcribed on Word document, which is free, and then literally take your content that you verbally said, now it's in text form, and then put that into your email campaign over however many weeks you want. So you already are there. You just got to get it into the written format.
Yeah,
and then it goes from there.
But I get it. That's amazing. So really, I love the way that you can strategize and break down practical steps for application, because an email marketing campaign, literally you set it up one time. And if I want a sequence to respond to people 14 days, so I just have to sit down and say, okay, here's my 14-day value sequence to this list. Here's my 3-day value sequence to this list. And then you would also recommend, I imagine, that regularly I'm sending out a broadcast email just to keep people updated. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I dropped a new podcast today. Did you hear it? Check it out here, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. That's always something that you should be doing on top of, if you're sending them messages weekly or monthly, you should always let them know when you have a new product, a new service. If you have a new partnership. So recently I had a new partnership where I can now, through this partnership, offer loans to small business owners. So what I did was, once I finalized the partnership, I sent the email out immediately to my entire email campaign and let them know that I can now provide them with financing for their businesses.
Nice. I love that. And we're going to get into that a little bit deeper, because we know that one of the things that causes businesses to close their doors early or abruptly is their lack of funding, right? And a lot of times the lack of funding is also the reason that, and the lack of education is also the reason that the marketing isn't there or where it could be. So on the other side of this break, we're going to talk extensively about some things that you could do to position your business to get funding. So y'all are listening to and learning from Michael Woods, L, right here on the Cortez Hustle Show. On the other side of this break, we're going to talk about getting your business funded. So keep it locked right here. Hey, good morning, wealth champions. Hey, listen, if you want to be financially successful, then you have to do what financially successful people do. And I know there's a few things that all wealthy people have in common. Number one, they understand that building wealth is a team sport. Number two, they understand the power of capitalism and business enterprise. Number three, they love to use systems and leverage. And number four, they all have mentors. My name is H. Cortez, also known as Financial Health Mentor. And for the last 5 years, I've been helping hardworking Americans get all of these things in place with one single membership. If you want to learn more about that, go to myperfectmoneyplan.com. Again, that's myperfectmoneyplan.com. And you're going to get a team of professionals, so you're not building wealth by yourself. You're going to get a system that's going to help you transform your finances. And last but not least, you're going to get some great mentorship to help you execute your game plan. So again, go to myperfectmoneyplan.com, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle. That is my guy, Michael Woods, L. And we're talking business strategy. We're talking business growth, collaboration. You guys are watching a collaborative effort right now. Michael and I do some similar things, right? And some people will say, well, Cortez, why would you have a guy like Michael on your show if he's got an academy, you got an academy, he's got business funding, you got business funding, he's helping with digital marketing and lead generation, you do that? Because there's enough customers for me and Michael. I don't have a scarcity mentality. And I love y'all so much that if you can't hear it coming from me, you can't resonate with me for whatever reason, you might not like bald-headed guys. So you might not hire me as a coach. You might want to connect with Michael. I just want you to win, right? Like Al Davis, just win, baby. Whether you let me help you win or you let Michael help you win, the name of the game is for you to win. So Michael, before we went to break, you were talking about, wait, before I do that, hey, question of the day. Do not forget to answer the question of the day is, did you pay yourself today? Right? That's the question of the day. Put QOTD, then give your answer, and then you'll be entered into a drawing to win a free vacation. We do the drawings live every Wednesday at noon Central. So before we went on break, we were talking about business funding, right? And even though there are a lot of free methods that we discussed all throughout this show on growing
Right.
your business, expanding your brand, when it comes to other things like expanding your inventory, hiring folks, and maybe you have a brick and mortar store and you might need some repairs done on that building or whatever, you got to understand the need for business funding. So if you understand the need for it, then you might want to know how to put yourself in position to get it, right? And who to connect with. So talk about the need and also some of the mistakes that business owners are making by not pursuing the funding and what they could do to position themselves to be funded.
That's a great question, and something that I get asked often. One of the easiest ways to get funded, have good credit.
Yeah.
The easiest way. But most people don't have good credit. So because of that, well, what are the alternate options for me to get funding for my business if I do not have good credit? Well, another option would be if you have enough revenue generating month to month within your business, most private lenders will fund you. If your business is bringing over $10,000 a month in revenue, and this doesn't mean this $10,000 has to go directly into your pocket. We're talking about revenue. If your business has $10,000 in revenue, a lot of private lenders will fund your business. They're not going to give you $1 million, but they will fund you enough to allow you to get to that next step that you're looking to get for. So another way would be looking for investors. Investors is a way where once somebody invests into your business, you pay them back via the success of the business. So if someone invests $10,000 into your business, you're not on a, you're not on a payment plan like you would be if you would receive a loan for $10,000. That person is looking for their investment based off of the contract that you guys had from the beginning. So if that contract dictates that, all right, that person is going to invest $10,000 now, but they won't receive any funds from that $10,000 into a year from now when the business has reached whatever level, then that way you can now get some financing into your business without having to have the good credit. And if you're a newer business, the revenue also may be an issue with that also. But in my opinion, there's going to come a time for every business, especially if you're growing, where you're going to need funding, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's I think it comes down to the difference between leveling up, right? Is sometimes let's take a business like a t-shirt print shop, right? You might be printing shirts at low cost, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden a global pandemic breaks out, and now everybody needs masks, and you have you have the knowledge on where to source the mask. You know how to customize the mask to fit any brand, but you might have to order 10,000 pieces to make it work.
Come on.
And if you don't have the funding, you just missed an opportunity, right? And that's what's happening to a lot of our businesses is we're missing opportunities because of the lack of funding. Now, do yourself a favor. Start getting your credit right. Because if that's the easiest way, then start doing that. That's what My Perfect Money Plan is all about. We can help you with personal credit, right? We can help you even position yourself with business credit and stuff like that. But start getting your credit right. But you're so right, man. I think most of us, especially in our community, feel that the only way we can get financing is if we walk into a bank. And if we don't have our paperwork in order, bank ain't giving us no money, right? Some of us are bootstrapping our business, so we might not have our formation paperwork right. Some of us are bootstrapping our business. We might not have a business entity at all. Some of us are just doing what we know, just trying to add another stream of income to our household. So we don't even have a business bank account. You're not getting funded for business like that. So you gotta start what I call legitimizing the side hustle. Right?
Yes, yes,
Make
sir.
it look
There we
good
go.
on paper as well as you make it look good on social media, because everybody's business is popping on social media. So as we start winding this thing down, man, we got about 10 minutes left before I give my answer to the question of the day. Anything you want to make the people aware of that we have not talked about? I am not the best at interviews, so I don't always ask the right questions. So I like to give my guests the opportunity to speak freely and say what you really want these folks to know about Michael Woods Hill, about Ox Gold Academy, about whatever it is that you have going on.
The first thing I really want people to know is that you can do it. A lot of us, and this is something that I personally deal with, and I'm a business coach. I help other people, but I still have those times where I feel like maybe I should do something else, or maybe this isn't working, or maybe this. You have to always push through. Those thoughts that you always have in your head of maybe this isn't it, or maybe that isn't it, that's really that foe that's within you that's testing your true shoulder to see if you're going to push through the hard times to now get what you really deserve in your business. So that's the first thing I want people to know, that you can do it. Just keep pushing. It's going to be hard. It won't be easy, but the hard times build your character and they build your story. So keep pushing. So as far as the Ox Gold Business Academy, if someone's interested, please go to www.oxgoldbusinessacademy.com and you can watch the tour video. After you watch the tour video, please just schedule a meeting with me and I'll actually walk you through it myself. I'll explain it to you. I'll show you everything that's a part of it. And if they're interested, I can provide you with a 7-day free trial of the Academy where you can now see exactly how it works and if it's a great fit for you or your business. You can also purchase my book from that website, and you can also visit my personal website, michaelwoodsl.com, from my Ox Gold Business Academy.
Nice. I love it, man. And you are so right. I think people miss the power of belief. And based on how we've been socially conditioned and here in the States especially, is we are waiting and expecting everybody else to believe for us, right? One of the 1 minute motivations that we had yesterday or the day before, speaking to your point, said, you got to believe in yourself one more time. One more time. Just believe in yourself. Listen, you believe in yourself enough to start the business.
Come on.
So when you're thinking about quitting, believe in yourself just one more time to keep going. And let me help y'all really understand what this has meant to me. Sometimes I have to believe in myself one more time, 40 times a day.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Not like believe in yourself one more time for the next 10 years. Like, no, when we get off this podcast, I might have to believe in myself one more time to keep going to get the podcast up on iTunes, right? Believe in yourself one more time. I heard that and it really resonated with me. And that's something that I like to encourage people to. Just one more time. Just one more time. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling like you can't make it, you feeling like you can't get through to lunchtime today, believe in yourself one more time. Just one more time. Now, we've got the question of the day. If you have not responded to the question of the day, put in QOTD and give your response. And this is personal, so a lot of times people don't want to respond. But this show is also about accountability. Did you remember to pay yourself first today? What does pay yourself first mean? That means before you paid any of your bills, did you set aside something for you? Now, what you do with that something is up to you. That could be investment, that could be emergency fund, that could be take yourself out and treat yourself. Just get in the habit of paying yourself first, and hopefully that will morph into a habit of investing and accumulating income producing assets and so on and so forth. But now we come to a part of the show that I call What Say Ye? And this is where on the Cortez Hustle Show, I like to go back through and read your comments because I love that you guys connect with this show live. So let's see. What say ye right here on the Cortez Hustle Show? Erica says she is tuning in from Germany. Okay, I see you.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Darrell has tagged a couple single moms that might want to add another stream of income to their household. So I appreciate you for that, Darrell. Kimberly Morrison Dart is in the building, business partner of mine. ACN, good morning, coach. Let's see, we got an emoji. Love that, love that. D Porter did answer the question of the day. She says, hey, no, not yet, but I am doing better at diversification. Love it, love it, love it, man.
Go.
Transformation begins with acknowledgement.
Yes,
You're not going to transform, right? That's why if you go to an AA meeting for anything, the first thing they have you do is acknowledge and admit where you are. Good morning, Stephanie. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. This is so powerful. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate that. Deborah says, I definitely believe in partnership and collaboration. Hashtag better together. Love that. Yes, scarcity is false. Definitely agrees. She says, yes, we have also been conditioned that people will steal our ideas and make more money with it, with our ideas. That is so
that is on it. That's it right there.
Listen, understand this about your idea. Your idea was a digital download. And if you believe that you are the only person that God digitally downloaded that idea to, you are sadly mistaken, my friend. You better get up and take some action, though. Right? Deborah says, what you think is more important than what you do. That's her response to 1 minute motivation. Anthony says, top of the morning. We got somebody in the Facebook group. That is Shiro, says Grand Rising. Anthony also says digital marketer. So I will send you the link to our platform that you can check out. Kimberly says, you better automate that email auto sequence.
Come on, tell her.
She is so right. Stephanie says, hire someone to help you. Hashtag collaborate, right? Deborah says, don't quit. Believe in yourself one more time. Over and over and over again. Yes, Deborah. She answered the question of the day as well. She says, I did remember to pay myself first. Love it, love it, love it. And then Glenda also says, I am paying myself first today. So that was What Say Ye right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by personalbranding365.com. If you are building a business and you're not building a personal brand, then you might want to check out my free branding resource that says the 7 keys to building a powerful personal brand. All you got to do is go to Personal Branding 365 to check that out. And then if you want a deeper dive, I've got an ebook for just $7, resources galore to help you build a personal brand. Michael, this was fun for me, brother. I thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. One more time, let everybody know how to get in touch with you directly and where the best place for them to go to access any of your courses, books, or any of your material.
Absolutely. And Brother Cortez, I want to thank you for inviting me to your show and having me on here. I sincerely appreciate it. If anyone wants to reach out to me directly, you can go to michaelwoodsl.com and you can contact me via phone, or you can schedule a meeting, or you can send me an email, or you can send me a message. If you're looking for my online business academy, that's at www.oxgoldbusinessacademy.com. And there you can see what we offer, how we offer it, and how it's ran.
Love it, love it, love it. So you guys know that I save my answer to the question of the day until this time of the show. So right here, the question of the day on the Cortez Hustle Show: did you remember to pay yourself first today? My response to the question of the day is, no, Michael, I did not. So I'm actually going to do that right now. And here's what I want you guys to get out of this. When it comes to income producing assets, investing, anything like that, we've got this wonderful tool. It's a $1,000 computer we walk around with on our phones all day, every day. And I'm actually just going to go out on Cash App. And this is how simple it is to invest or to pay yourself first. I'm going to make a quick purchase of a little bit more Apple stock, right?
There we go.
So there we go. And I put my fingerprint in and it is done. Well, not actually done because they're going to schedule that purchase to take place by noon today. So boom, I paid myself not first, I paid myself second because I actually paid my internet bill first and I made my donation to my church this morning. So I paid myself third today, Michael, but I did remember to pay myself third. So that's it, guys, for the Cortez Hustle Show. For those of you who are watching live, I'll put all of the resources to today's show, links to everything that Michael has got going on. I want to shout out the actual YouTube channel where the 1 minute motivation came from today. And the channel is called Success Archive. That's the YouTube channel we got today's motivation from. And I'm going to share the link to that video because it was actually a 7-minute video and it's powerful all the way through. So I'm share that link with you guys right now. If you guys have any questions or comments for Michael Woods L, put them in the comments. He's going to go back through and respond and engage with you guys as well. So anything you guys want to know about his business and or his brand, all you got to do is put your questions in the comments right there. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Cortez Hustle Show this morning. Until we talk to you next time, we want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.